episode of Weird Crime with Weird People. I'm CJ, and I'm here with...
Kiki Kickerson.
That's right. Today we have a two-parter. Well, no, we have two stories in one, not a two-part episode. We have an episode that has two stories in it.
Yes.
Because saying two-parter is misleading.
It's like bi-weekly and bi-weekly.
Yes, it is.
I hate that.
Yes, that's the exact concept.
So annoying.
Yeah, that's actually exactly it. We have a two-parter, but...
Two parts in one.
Two parts in one. We have two stories in one.
Not like a BOGO. Or like a BOGO.
It's kind of like a BOGO.
Oh, God. I don't know.
It's just like a BOGO.
Okay.
You came for one story, you got two.
There you go.
And you know what? You paid for neither, so...
It's good times, good times.
So I'm going to give you the option to pick which story we start with.
Oh, I'm so excited for this.
So you can either start with the Oakville Blobs.
Okay, Oakville Blobs.
Or the Mad Gasser of Mattoon.
The Mad Gasser of Mattoon.
Yeah. You get to pick whichever one you want to start with.
Gosh, I don't know. It's a hard decision.
I shouldn't have asked you.
No, I can't make a decision.
No.
How would you ask me? If you had to choose, which one would you choose to go first?
You know what? Let's start with the Blobs because it's at the top of the page.
Oh, well, I like that.
And
ease of use.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to head back to 1994. So you were 20.
I was.
I was 6.
Oof.
Yeah. We are going to be in Oakville, Washington.
Okay.
In August of 1994.
Okay, sure.
There is an officer called David Lacey out patrolling one night.
All right.
Around Oakville, which is a small town. And it starts to rain on his cruiser. So he turns on his wipers to try to wipe it.
Well, it's in the Northwest, so.
It's totally normal. Rain all the time. But instead of it wiping off the rain, it just sort of thickens and becomes this like white gelatinous substance on his windshield.
Gross.
That doesn't wipe off. So he pulls over to figure out what's going on.
Sure, yeah.
He puts on one of his latex gloves because, like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah, no, hell no.
And he starts to wipe it off his car, and he finds this, like, half the size of a grain of rice, like, really little, white, jello-like tiny blobs.
Okay. I feel like if you're putting on latex gloves, we should be concerned about our entire body being out in this if it's raining from the sky. No?
Yeah, I agree. But he's just like, I'm going to wipe this off with my hand off my windshield.
I think I'm going to just drive back to someplace where there's a garage.
Where there's a garage, right? Yeah. That's forward thinking.
I'm not getting out in this.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to be in the rain.
Well, that's why we don't live in P&W.
Definitely don't want to be in the blob.
Yeah. Yeah, so he wipes it off and like, this is weird.
Gross.
But goes back to patrolling.
All right, sure.
The next morning, a lady called Dottie Hearn wakes up in the same town and walks out and finds her property covered in the same little white blobs.
Gross.
So she touches one of them to try to figure out what was going on.
Don't do that.
I would do it, though.
You would touch it?
Yeah, I would totally touch it.
I would poke it with a stick.
You would poke it with a stick, yeah.
Yeah.
I would squeeze it. Be like, what is this?
But we learned with the blob, poking it with a stick is not always the way to go.
The Blob being the movie.
The movie, yeah.
Yeah.
I was, in fact, the man did every single thing I would have done, and he was the first victim.
It's true. If you guys have ever watched The Blob, or if you haven't, you should watch it, or if you have, you should rewatch it. That farmer who is the first one to find it, we watched it together, and we're like, that's exactly what Kiki would do.
Literally, step by step, what I would have done.
Matter of fact, you were even saying...
I would do this, and then he would do it.
And then he did it. Yeah.
So
anyway, she would die from the blob.
I would have been the first victim of the blob.
Just like he was.
So likely this blob too.
Yeah. So she touches the stuff, and she finds the same thing. It's like a jello, like clear white blob. Like there's no other word for it. Just grain of rice size kind of blob. By the afternoon of that day, both Officer Lacey and Dottie Hearn are both sick and have to go to the hospital. So Officer Lacey's like, this has got to have to do something with the blob. And Dottie Hearn's daughter had the same thought. So she collects some of the sample.
Sure.
And she takes it to the hospital.
Okay.
Over the next 3 weeks, it blob brains 6 more times.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So more people in town start to report. It's like the flu. It's like they're getting the flu. It's like vomiting and cold and clammy and some difficulty breathing and just like the vertigo.
Yeah.
There's at least one cat that dies after coming into contact with it.
Baby Lemon, stay down.
Baby Lemon is our cat. Some people say there's more than just the one cat. Like there's a small number of cats and dogs, like pets, that come into contact with it and die. I know for sure there was one.
Yeah.
So like I said, Dottie's daughter takes the sample to the hospital when Dottie goes. The hospital lab runs a test on it, and they say it's got human white blood cells in it. They're like, this is a human byproduct.
Gross. Should we talk about human white blood cells? Because they are what pus is. So basically it's raining pus.
Ew, really?
Yeah, that's what white blood cells do. They fight the infection.
I don't know anything about white blood cells.
And they make it pussy. And then I want you to spell that.
I'm not going to. We do this way too much. I know this trick and I'm not going to fall for it.
So, pus blobs.
Ew, yeah, gross. That's not the route that they went with it, but ew.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I was just going for making it as gross as it could be, but that's kind of what they're saying.
Ew. The hospital then sends the substance on to the Washington State Department of Health.
Yeah, I would feel better about that.
Yeah, so they run their own tests. They say there's no white blood cells in here.
Yeah, that doesn't seem...
Yeah. They say there's a couple of different types of bacteria in there.
All right.
Both of which are found in the human digestive tract as well as the digestive tract of other mammals. But there's no nucleus containing cells. There's no it was alive cells like the hospital lab said.
Yeah.
Dottie's daughter has more sample. So she sends another sample to the Washington State, like the university.
Yeah.
Their Department of Ecology lab.
Okay.
That lab also finds a eukaryotic cell in it, which is a cell with a nucleus. So that lab is also it could have been alive at one point.
Okay.
So now it's a 2-against-1 situation.
Ew, yeah. With 2 wins.
Two labs say it has cells with nucleus in it and it could have been alive.
Okay.
And one lab says it doesn't. It just has bacteria in it.
Okay.
That's all the testing that's ever done on the blobs.
I need 3 out of 5 instead of 2 out of 3.
Yeah, we just get a 2 out of 3. Yeah. They run out of samples.
That's weird. Even in 1994, we all know, collect that shit.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. That's all the testing that I could find anything on. And it's very anywhere you look is there's no samples left. We cannot test any more of this. So that is what we get.
All right. Okay.
So there are a few hypotheses.
Sure.
Hypothesize? Hypotheses?
I like hypotheses.
The first thought that everybody had was this is human waste from an airliner. Like a plane.
Yeah, like a plane. Yeah.
I said airliner, but from a plane.
Sure.
But the FAA was like, it's not because
it would be blue.
It would be blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's required to be dyed blue. That's why it's called blue ice. It's not that, or it would be blue. And this is clear white.
Yeah.
Another thought was about 50 miles away from Oakville, the Navy was doing bombing runs over the ocean. So the thought was that during one of the bombing runs, they blew up a bunch of jellyfish that then went up into the atmosphere, which just on the face of it, this is absurd. That's not what happened because for multiple reasons. One, this town is 50 miles away. It's also the only place that got the blob rain.
Yeah, yeah. So it would have been between here and there. And I feel like we would have known if it was jellyfish. We are aware of what jellyfish are made of, which is water. And
well, also this happened over the period of 3 weeks, not every day for 3 weeks. So the jellyfish were not just hanging up in the atmosphere and were like, today I'm going to rain.
You don't think they got stuck on the clouds?
No, I don't want to go down this because I could be so convinced of things. I don't know how clouds work. I don't know.
Me neither.
I'm going to say it seems unlikely.
It seems like one, it would go up and then come right back down. And two, it would do it closest, even with a wind across that path.
Yeah.
So it seems. Also, I feel like we would know when we did the test, this looks like jellyfish.
I don't know if they've been bombed to the size of half a grain of rice. I don't really know what's in jellyfish.
Water.
I don't know. I really just don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't know either. And it went to the Department of Health and Ecology and the hospital. Yeah. None of which would be
None of them would have been looking for jellyfish.
Oceanography.
Yeah.
But you would have found like salt water and shit. You know, I don't know. I feel like you would know. You would have a good idea if it came from the ocean.
Right. And that's not what anybody's saying. Everybody's just saying, I don't know what this is at all.
Yeah.
The town thought it was some type of like military biological testing that was done undercover.
Yeah.
Because in the days leading up to this, they had seen a lot of military aircraft flying over the town. So they thought that maybe the military was doing like a biological warfare test on them, unbeknownst to them.
Yeah.
Like
I could get down that. I could go down that path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this around the time that I can't remember their name, but the ones that poisoned the salad bar, the cult?
Oh my gosh. Rajneeshis.
Yeah. What were they up to? Wasn't this around their time?
No, it was in 84 in Oregon.
Okay.
So,
well, I was close.
You were close.
Yeah.
You were. I'm actually impressed by that.
I was a rounding error away.
Yes, a decimal point.
And in just one state.
Yeah. No, you did good. Yeah, you did good. So that's what the town thought.
Yeah, I could get down with that. I could go down that path for sure.
The last hypothesis is the one that I think it is.
Okay.
Personally, is the hypothesis that crystals of sodium polyacrylate, which is used in agriculture as like a soil conditioner for water retention, got swept up into the lower atmosphere and like mixed with the rainwater, which caused it to swell a little bit to those little grain sizes and then rained back down onto Earth.
Well, I could go with either of the last two.
Yeah, I think it's how conspiracy do you want to be?
Currently in my life, I'm leaning towards military.
Is that because of the things we talked about here or just the way the world is?
The way the world is. I would need to know more about the stuffs and the things in the agricultural and how it would make you, like, what kind of illness it would make. And was there like a reason why there was more use or more rain or more something that would have made this happen versus any other time in any other year or
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So something different would have had to happen. And I would be looking for like a different, we got a lot more rain. There was a lot more use because of some agricultural reason. Like, you know.
Here's what I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
People didn't really study this the way a professional researcher such as you studies things.
Yeah.
So none of these questions.
Which is weird to me.
Yeah, none of these questions were ever asked. At least none of these questions were asked because I was reading news articles from the time in the area and later articles. Like none of this was asked.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like I would want to know.
Yeah, everybody was just like, it rained blobs. And then we had these few tests that said, I don't know what the blob is, but it could have been alive. And then that's kind of it.
Yeah. Okay. So if it was just one time, then maybe I would be like, well, it happened this one time and there we don't have a lot of, we didn't collect or whatever. The second time it happens, or however many times over the course of 3 weeks, like I'm digging deep into this.
There's this thing called star jelly that some people contributed this to, which is, it kind of looks like the same thing. It's like a white gelatinous substance, and it's usually found on the grass. And people think it comes to Earth like during meteor showers. So some people said it might be that. Some people even said it didn't rain it. But it was, it came up from the earth. But then that was kind of debunked because there was enough witnesses where like, no, it rained it.
Yeah.
So there's just this white gelatinous rain situation has happened before in other places. And it just seems like the vibe is, that's weird.
That's so weird that I would be like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. I mean,
people study the stupidest shit and you're not studying this? Well,
here's the thing. Maybe they are. I didn't do a deep dive for scholarly articles on white gelatinous rain. Which now I wish I had.
Yeah. Well, I feel like, one, they're never free. So you would only be able to read the abstracts. And two, probably got boring fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know how academic papers are.
Unnecessarily wordy.
Yeah. I wouldn't have even gotten past the title before I was like, I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, say it so I say less.
Yeah, you need to dumb it down. Exactly.
Yeah.
I personally think it was the agricultural crystals.
I'm going star jelly or military caca.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We will never know.
We will never know.
No.
Oh, well. If it spooged sklank
on my
lawn or my animals, I would dig deep.
How would you dig deep?
Well, I would collect a lot of samples.
Okay. And then what would you do with the samples? Well, you know people because you're PhDs in ecology, so you know people.
Yeah. I can go dig into somebody. Oh, I could go down to Brevard because I know the head of the stuff down there. Yeah. She's awesome and she'd be into it. So
see, that's what I'm saying. You know people.
Yeah.
So you actually would know what to do with the samples. I don't think Dottie Hearn's daughter, although she did the Lord's work. She tried. She's
the only one that had a brain in her head with this whole thing.
Well, I mean, Washington State, like the university, you would have thought the Department of Ecology, it was like the hazardous material section within that department who tested it.
Ecology would not have been where I took it.
I think they specifically wanted the hazardous material because they didn't know what it was and it was making people sick.
Well, I would have gone bio.
Well, again, you're a better researcher than most people.
Yeah. Ecology is about flora and fauna and habitat and life and genetics.
Well, it had the hazardous material section in it. That's why they took it there.
I would have went biology.
Okay. Anywho. That's the Oakville blobs.
Yeah, okay.
It was a 3-week period of weird rain that made a lot of people feel like they had the flu, and nobody knows what the hell it was.
Cool.
Would you like to move on to the Mad Gasser?
Is its name Egg Roll or Joe?
Those are our dogs. No, same concept though.
Oh no.
Well, that's not true. You're referring to farts, and that's not what this is. So.
I was afraid it might be though.
No, I thought it was too when I first saw the name, but it's not. It's not farts.
Okay.
So this is 1944.
All right, less exciting for me.
I know you don't like a period piece. In Mattoon, Illinois.
Oh, Mattoon.
Yes, Mattoon. So between August 31st and September 13th. 1944 is when this takes place.
Okay.
During this time, there are 21 reports from different people that someone was pumping a sweet-smelling gas into their house that was then making them feel nauseous and paralyzing their legs so they couldn't move.
What?
Yep.
What?
So it started on the night of August 31st with a guy called Urban Rafe and his wife. And then that's the scenario.
Okay. So they're like just chilling at home and they're like, what's the sweet smell I smell?
Yes. And then one of them goes to get up because they think maybe they've left the oven on or maybe it's something like that. And they're like, oh, my legs are paralyzed and I can't.
Wheelchair weed. That's what it was. I hate when that happens.
Sure. That's definitely what it was. The next night, a lady called Eileen Kearney, the same thing happens. And her husband, Bert, is not home at the time, but like I guess her sister is, or she calls her sister or something. Her sister comes over and like opens the windows because she can't get up. She's got the leg paralysis thing again.
Wheelchair weed.
Yep. And they call the police. So the police come out and they don't find any evidence of a prowler.
But did they smell it?
It's hard to say.
Okay.
They don't find any evidence of the prowler, and then later, Bert gets home. He's a taxi cab driver.
Sure.
He gets home, and he sees what he says is a tall man in dark clothing and a tight-fitting hat hiding under one of the house windows. And then the guy takes off, and like Bert can't catch him. The media then starts to pick up on this story.
Okay, so we've got 2 nights.
And I only have listed 2, but there are 3 reported attacks. One of them is the person is not named.
Yeah. I wondered if this was happening to more than one house a night.
Yes. Yeah.
Are they in similar neighborhoods?
Yes. It's all within this little town of Mattoon.
Okay.
Just like Oakville, it's a small town.
Sure.
So the media picks up on this.
Yeah.
And they report that there's this prowler, and they use Bert's description, that is gas attacking the houses.
Sure.
After the media picks it up, more residents start reporting it. And they're all reporting the same thing, a sweet-smelling chemical gas that's being pumped into their house and makes them very ill and gives them a temporary leg paralysis. So they
Weird.
can't move.
Yeah. This seems like it would take a lot of work to do this, and
I mean, really,
it would be obvious.
Yeah,
like you would see someone doing this. This is weird.
Yeah, so the police kind of take the same point of view as you, and they're not finding a lot of evidence. Like maybe here and there there'll be like a set of footprints or maybe a cut screen. It is really hot and humid, so a lot of people are leaving their windows open. But they're not really finding a lot of evidence. But the reports keep stacking up. So by September 6th, there are 6 reports in one night of this gas attack.
Okay. That just seems like a lot of work to do 6 of them. I feel like there's got to be more than one person.
That is a theory. There's one person, there's multiple people.
Sure.
That's a theory, but they're not really finding anything at all.
Yeah.
The closest they get is on September 5th, a couple called Carl and Beulah report that they get to their house like around 10 p.m. They had been out and they get home and there's a white cloth sitting on the porch next to their screen door.
All right.
And Beulah sniffs it.
Beulah.
Which power to Beulah. I'm not sniffing it if I know there's gas attacks going around. But whatever she wants to do. But then she immediately felt like the burning in her mouth and her throat, and she vomited, and then her legs got weak.
Okay.
So the police come out for this, and they analyze the cloth, and they don't find any chemical on it to explain the illness. It's the police. You have to take it with a grain of salt.
And it's 1944.
And it's 1944.
I don't know what analysis. Yeah. I don't know how that's defined right now.
If we're learning anything from our current Charlie's Angels binging, it was probably chloroform.
Right. I don't know what the symptoms of that are.
I have no idea.
I just know that people accidentally kill people a lot with it.
Yeah.
I mean, from what I've read, and a lot is used loosely.
Yeah. Later that same night, a lady called Mrs. Leonard Burrell.
Sure.
She said that she saw somebody trying to break into her house and gas her. That's the same night as Carl and Beulah. So the police are like, we're not really finding much to support this, and this is weird.
It is weird.
But the town is getting really stressed out.
Yeah.
So they had started forming these little like local gasser patrols.
Sure.
You know how...
Like Neighborhood Watch.
Yes, exactly like Neighborhood Watch. They had started doing that, and there were also what were referred to in the newspaper articles as chasers, which were members of the town who would follow the police everywhere they went, hoping to then find and capture the gasser for themselves.
I think there's faulty logic there.
Yeah. So the town started to get a little hysterical.
Clearly.
And the police are like, you guys have to stop it.
Yeah, chill the fuck out.
And people were starting to arm themselves.
Well, so, that sounds right.
Yeah. So the chasers are running around after the police armed.
Yeah. That I don't get that.
I don't get that either.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
Why are you following the police? You don't feel like they can do anything.
I don't know.
Go do it on your own.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's scary too, but this seems stupid.
It's all stupid.
Yeah.
It's all stupid. The whole thing that people do when there's an event going on and they're like, oh, we have to arm ourselves, so they go out and buy weapons. It's like, you don't know how to fucking use that weapon. You didn't have that weapon before this. This is a terrible idea. Don't weapon yourself. The only thing that's going to happen is if you actually encounter the person, they're going to take the weapon from you and kill you with it.
Yeah. If you're going to get a weapon, definitely learn how to use it.
Yeah. Like, stop it.
I don't know anything about utilities really, but did we use natural gas back then? Like natural gas into our houses? Maybe a little something got somewhere that it shouldn't get intermingled.
Maybe we did use natural gas.
Yeah.
Like natural gas was a thing at this time.
Yeah.
So maybe that's happening.
Maybe there's a little something couple pipes got mixed up. Something got in there and died. I don't know.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Spoiler alert, this is not solved either, just like the Blobs. I don't know. It's just two really weird events.
Yeah, these are pretty weird.
So the police come out and say, we don't actually think that these are gas attacks by a person trying to gas attack you.
Yeah.
This may be something explainable for some of them, like maybe an attempted robbery or something that has gone off. But we also don't think a lot of these actually happened at all.
No, I would be afraid that once we put this out there, then everybody was like, I've been gassed.
Yes, that's what they think is happening. And they try to say it in a nicer way, but what they think is happening is that women are going hysterical because their men are out at war.
Oh God. Okay.
That is literally what they say.
No, I am not surprised in the least. It's just so, ugh.
Yeah. So the police come out and say this.
Yeah.
And after they come out and say this, there's only one more attack reported, which was by a lady named Bertha Birch.
Oh.
And she said that her gas attacker was a woman dressed as a man.
Sure.
So we have a lot of different descriptions. Like some people say shadowy figure, then there's the tall guy Bert saw, then there's the woman dressed as a man. So there's like no consistency at all. So after the police say this, other than Bertha, people are like, well, we're going to stop reporting it. If it's happening at all, we're going to stop reporting it. And they do. It literally stops as fast as it started.
Yeah.
There are a couple of theories.
Okay.
The police chief, who was a guy called C.E. Cole, as I just stated, said that he didn't think there was any gas attacks, and it was like lady hysteria.
I think it's wheelchair weed. That's my theory.
You think it's wheelchair weed.
Yeah.
His thought was that there was a factory in the area, so he blames it on chemicals from this factory because they used a couple of chemicals that would give these exact symptoms.
Sure, that seems totally reasonable.
But what the plant says is, of the two chemicals, it only carries 5 gallons of one of them, and it's for firefighting.
Okay, so that's probably not it.
And then the other one they do use, but they said it would take a ton of this chemical to make people sick with these symptoms, and the people at the plant would have also been sick.
Yeah, I could go a lot of ways with that.
So that's a plant called Atlas Imperial, and they were like, we didn't do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure that regardless of if they did, they still would say that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? But
well, what's the scenario where it's leaking out and catching the wind and whatever? Maybe it wouldn't get the people
it's in
who
the
work there
exhaust.
sick. Oh, right.
Right. The exhaust doesn't go out into the factory.
Right.
The exhaust goes out into the sky.
Yeah.
And if it just a little bit got out, or somehow, it would be a small amount that affected a small number of people.
So do you think it could have been an accident thing where it accidentally got out for a period of time and that's how long it lingered in there for a couple of weeks? Or do you think it could have been like a cover-up thing where they figured it out and stopped it?
I think like it was, if it happened at all, if something like that happened at all, it was probably like the first couple people.
Yeah.
Only the people on the first night, or maybe the people on the first and second night, or something like that. And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it was just a little accident where something got
accidentally spilled or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Went out through the exhaust, and it just, that's it. That's all. Like, not any huge cover up, something maybe they didn't even realize.
Yeah, they may not even know it happened.
Yeah. But you can't ever tell with the factories and the corporations and things of that nature.
The commissioner of public health for the area was a guy called Thomas Wright. He did think that some of these gas attacks actually happened, but he didn't think that it was all.
Yeah.
What he said was there were some that were true, and then it turned into a case of mass hysteria.
Oh yeah. Like I say, I think if any, it's like the first 2 or 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this whole incident, the Mad Gasser, is viewed as one of those sort of classic times of mass hysteria.
I like that it's called the Mad Gasser.
Yeah, me too. I think that's great.
Yeah.
And I think mass hysteria is super interesting. There's a lot of weird cases of it, like with the dancing to death kind of stuff. Like it's it's super weird. It's super interesting how it functions. Like just that it can happen at all.
Yeah, agreed.
Is really, really weird.
Yeah.
But that's what it seemed like happened here. Like I think what happened is what you were saying. One of these chemicals, the one that they had more of, which I think was the trichloroethylate, gets out somehow inadvertently in a small bit, makes a couple of people sick.
Yep.
Bert thinks he sees somebody. Maybe Bert does see somebody. Who knows? But Bert thinks he sees somebody.
I want Bert to describe to me what a tight-fitting hat looks like.
Thank you. That was my thought the entire time. What does that mean, Bert? What kind of hat?
I mean, like a baseball hat, like a boggy hat, like a top hat, a fedora.
No.
What does it mean for it to be tight-fitting?
Are we saying the guy had a thick head?
Are you saying he's a big-headed dude with a tiny hat?
That's what it sounds like.
If you can tell that, I feel you can tell a lot more. So, Bert, I'm not sure I can trust you.
Tall, thin, tight-fitting hat.
Yeah, no, I am sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on the tight-fitting hat.
I think the media picked up this prowler and this, whole, made these salacious headlines kind of things that they do. And then there was one of those kind of classic episodes of mass hysteria that are so interesting.
Yeah.
One weird note is that there was a book out there called The Mad Gasser of Mattoon, Dispelling the Hysteria.
Sure.
By a guy called Scott Maruna.
Okay.
And I guess he did a bunch of research for it
and
interviewed a bunch of people. But in the book, he says that it was gas attacks and he names who he thinks did it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said...
I mean, I'm interested.
He said it was a guy called Farley Llewellyn.
Well,
who was like an odd guy in town and drank a lot.
I blame his parents for naming him Farley Llewellyn and making people feel like he's odd.
Yeah, well, I think he was odd.
Yeah.
But he was known for tinkering with chemicals, and Maruna says it to him in the book. If you want to know more about that, you can read the book and determine why you think it's him. I think it's bold bold of him to write a book and name a person as the gas attacker.
When was the book written?
2003.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't finished the Killdozer book yet because I read very leisurely.
Right.
Marv is not much different than we guessed during that story. So
we did get some YouTube comments about how he's a hero and people should stand up to their government and stuff this way.
Oh, I mean, I don't disagree with some of that.
Yeah, I think that they maybe meant it a little aggressively.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Let me rephrase. I don't think they also see the problems with Marv.
Actually, there are a lot of really good things about Marv. He rescued people from an avalanche. He was...
What?
Yeah, dude. There are some good things about him, for sure.
Okay.
And he did try to do some things right that, you know, just based on the without having read this book, which is written by somebody he disliked. So this guy gave Marv quite a bit of credit, where credit was due. So it feels it's not too subjective. I mean, it is subjective, but not too subjective. There is some bias, but Marv had some troubles. Even with his friends, Marv had some troubles.
Yeah.
With, you know, just sort of taking advantage and scheming people out of money and like just some of the underlying current of what happened where he just makes things worse for himself.
Yeah.
So I haven't finished it yet. I am surprised. Marv was a pretty good guy. Like,
in some ways, and in some ways he obviously was not.
Right. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I fully understand standing up to your government and things of that nature. The guns on the Killdozer and things like that were, I think, probably not the way to go.
Right.
But I understand where some people are coming from on this.
Yeah.
Aggressive or not, I still get it. Like,
Right.
I feel it. I feel it too, especially in this day and age. Yeah, I haven't finished that one, but I now am interested in this next one.
It's only 100 pages.
Yeah.
So like it could be a quick read, and I am curious how in 2003 he decides to come out and say this guy was the gas attacker in 1944. Like, it just feels bold.
Maybe he's from Mattoon and he grew up with this and he felt the need to know, much like I would do if I lived in a place where there were gelatinous blobs.
Right. Yeah, you would be really...
Or a mad gasser. I would feel the same about a mad gasser.
Yeah.
So,
see, that's the thing. That's where you and I are kind of different. Like, you're such a researcher by nature and want to know all this kind of stuff. And I'd be like, oh, it just rained blobs today. That was fucking weird. Yeah. And that would be... It wouldn't go a lot further than that for me. Like, I would just be like, I hope the animals are okay. Should I call the vet?
Yeah.
Yeah, and yes is the answer. Absolutely. It's just a difference in the way our minds work. I'm not trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, I mean, I encourage people to read that Killdozer book.
Yeah.
If they're interested in the Marv situation, because like I said, there were a lot of good things about who Marv was. There's a lot of interesting things about him, but he did make things hard for himself. Yeah. But he also got put in some positions not by his choice. So the book is worth reading.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back and listen to our Marv Heemeyer episode. That'll fill
the
you
Killdozer.
in. The Killdozer.
Yeah.
So that's the Oakville Blobs and the Mad Gasser. Just a couple of weird stories with no real conclusion, but something kind of light this week. Yeah.
And I used the word weird quite a bit in both of them.
Yeah, it was weird. They're both weird.
They're both very weird.
Yeah. Super strange.
Yeah. So, I'm interested. I'm interested in the Mattoon Gasser situation, who this fella is.
Well,
Farrell Cockemeyer. What's his name? Llewellyn Farrellmeyer.
No, Farley Llewellyn.
Farley Llewellyn.
You did amazing. Well, when you finish Killdozer, I'll get you this one.
Shit, that'll take forever.
We got nothing but time. That's,
I'm a leisurely reader.
Yeah. We got the rest of our lives to read books.
Oh, okay.
I feel kind of threatening.
Yes,
I was trying to say it in a way.
horrible.
Yeah, I was trying to say it in a way that's kind of threatening. Yeah. Okay, so that's that.
All right, what we got any ideas for next week?
Yeah, next week we are doing a weird kidnapping.
Ooh.
Yeah. This week was kind of light, so next week we're going to do something a little more crime focused.
Okay,
because this week was hard on the weird, so next week we're going to do something crimey. So we're going to do a kidnapping.
All right, I'm into it.
This one you have seen something on once before because we saw it together.
Ooh.
So you
may or may not.
Yeah.
Depending on my memory.
Depending on your memory and if you were working at the time, you may or may not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll find out. We'll find out if it comes back to your mind next week.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.